20, 25. I will use sniper's aim to avoid any AC penalty for Vemgard sitting there.
All right.
Did you update Foundry?
No.
Weird. Things look a little different.
Now that's the game system. The game system updates like almost every other day. So that's probably Pathfinder itself. If a button looks different or something. It's like sitting over top of Foundry.
Yeah, all the keys on the left side look different to me. The find my token thing was never there before.
Actually, it hasn't updated. It's 5.0 is available, but that's only in version 11. So it's not going to update until I update Foundry, it looks like. So, but yeah,
that was my 3 right there.
You aim down on this feller and pop a shot into him successfully for 14 damage, looks like. Yes. Boom.
Do I have to roll the save for bleed, or does it do it automatically?
It should when we do this, yeah. It should give you a button right there. Do you see the button?
Yeah.
Ouch. So you bleed all over the place. Ouch.
You start with a hero point tonight?
You start every session with a hero point, yes.
I'm not going to waste it on that.
All right, so this fella returns fire to you, having decided that he's going to die in this fight. So first he reloads his gun for 1 action, shoots.
Do I get an AC bump for him being in melee? Just because he's in melee combat with Vemgard? Wouldn't matter anyway. Hit by 7 doesn't do a thing.
Why would that give you a bonus? Because he's being distracted or something?
Because he's shooting through somebody. That sniper's aim, the reason I use it, it takes 2 actions, but it negates any AC bump for anyone being in melee combat with the target.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. He hit by 7. All good.
All right, so he returns fire successfully. Clips you for 14 damage.
Am I not wrong? Range attack of opportunity?
Oh, yeah. Kill him.
You guys need to go hit another one, man. Calm down, bro. Jeez. All right, yes, he fired a ranged attack, which triggers reactions.
I'm not used to not playing Pathfinder for 3 days.
What? What does that mean? You had another game you didn't play?
No, we missed our Sunday game.
I just know I always fuck it up for attack of opportunity.
All right, so you make a fatal strike and send this guy to his grave, ending this encounter successfully. As these bodies sit cooling on the floor, to remind you of your purpose here, you have come into this vault to search through papers and things. You have found several pieces of information. You found a
batteries working in this.
You did nothing about the batteries.
Oh, sorry.
No, but you found several stacks of paper that you all searched through. Do you recall this?
Vaguely, yes.
All right. So, you had, just as you were beginning to be attacked here, you had discovered this office in here, which you determined to be Lovelace's. That's this room right here.
Right.
Unfortunately, searching it, you didn't really reveal any. You didn't really reveal any extra information in there. However, you have only searched out here in the bullpen. You haven't searched in this room back here or this room back here.
I will go search the. Well, actually, which one of us is the healer in this game again? I could use a treat wounds.
I think Krillin and Vemgard both can.
Yes. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure. Two things.
And yes, I believe you guys had you were in the midst of searching when those guys jumped in, as I recall here.
We need to do like a seek action or just a perception check in that.
Well, I
room?
was waiting for you to heal
Oh, sorry.
before I
Yeah.
gave you. Yeah.
That is for 4 people. If
All right.
anyone needs it. Does Krillin need it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little hurt.
He's about half hit points.
Yeah. You can take that too, Drez. There you go. And
All right, and that takes 10 minutes, right?
yeah, 10 minutes.
All right, so 10 minutes elapses. Yes, so as you begin searching out here in this room, you find a stack of papers that you can sift through with. Hold on, let me deselect everybody. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
I'm going to do the society one, and I've still got this magnifying glass that I've had in my bag for like months, which gives me a +1 bonus, I think.
On stuff.
Beyond documents and fabric, and it says documents and fabric and the like.
That's fair. These are documents. Wait, no, these aren't documents. These are just papers.
Damn, foiled again.
I'm being topical, see?
After your society, I'll try an underworld lore too.
Alright, you should be, yeah, go ahead.
Ugh, that was some bad society, so go right ahead.
You destroy one of the papers.
I stick myself in the eye with the magnifying glass.
No, you somehow trying to gather light in it, focus it.
Set one of them on fire.
Yeah, and you burn it up.
I will hand the magnifying glass off to anybody that wants to use it.
I will use it for my legal lore.
So you look at these documents with your knowledge of the underworld, and you are not able to decipher the code here.
Well, then I'll take a second look about how I know high society people. God damn it. Failed by 1.
Alright, I will do the legal lore.
You have legal lore?
Yes, I do.
What, you think an orc can't have legal lore? He's racist as fuck.
So that's how he kept himself out of jail for that long.
Yes.
When you
Well, I mean, when one is in jail, what do they have other than books?
Oh my god, he succeeded.
That and the pending sexual assault cases against him.
Hey, I have to work it. I have to work the system. I have to work the system.
Okay, so let's see here. Well, what? You sift through these papers, and you discover or you notice an auspicious newspaper clipping that stands out to you among Lovelace's things. According to this article, there's a local river merchant named Rangel Faruza who was captured by shield marshals and is scheduled for public hanging in 2 days' time. So it is, if you see down here in the bottom, the 8th of Gozran. So on the 10th of Gozran, this person is going to be hanged. You all have a whole bunch of other paper. Well, let's see. I can roll for Krillin. See if he can pass any of these checks. Oh my god. No. He's stupid as hell.
Didn't we do this last time? Isn't this guy? Yeah, I recall someone being scheduled for a hanging. Maybe we did.
That might have been the one you uncovered before they broke in on you.
I think we found some evidence that he was being railroaded.
Yes. So, you do you want to go and seek inside of these rooms back here that you have not been in?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's keep going.
Oops, sorry.
Yep.
I grabbed you by accident.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to stop.
No.
I will
No,
actually go to this doorway and look inside.
I'm going to be moving about stealthily just in case.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Okay, I am going to go.
So as you approach these, you notice that over the door, these offices say Vault 15 offices.
We need to go Vault 15. Am I not wrong?
Well, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. All right. I will go. I rolled a 3 to the left door and open it.
All right. And you're gonna seek inside this room, yes?
Yes, I am. That's a perception roll, right?
Yes. Hidden.
Okay. This is not letting me roll. Oh, there we go.
You look around and don't notice anything of value to you.
Okay. Since I don't see anything, I will walk out and tell people that I don't see anything and start walking to the other door and opening that one.
I'm gonna mumble under my breath that I don't trust Verngar's perception. Only his legal advice.
Still pretty shady.
What the hell is perception? Wait, I can't do it from there. I gotta do it from the character sheet.
All right, so Saren, you come in behind your orcish companion, and you find the room brutishly searched. You go behind him, and you discover quite a bit of goods left behind by the corrupt shield marshals. Which should be lootable to you. Can you open that? Alrighty.
I will do my perception roll for this room.
Alright, you look around and you don't notice any particular equipment or treasure, but you notice a day log, perhaps another day log, if we found this one before, that indicates Lovelace has been meeting with a wealthy Alkenstar benefactor named Christia Toomend, and that Toomend is hosting a gathering at her flat in Grayson's Fingers tomorrow. And I believe y'all found this one too, because this has the invitations.
Yeah, I grabbed those last time.
Yeah. All right, last but not least, the last clue that y'all found here, or have just found here, is that Lovelace has been searching for a cattle rustler named Dash, which is a known associate of Wrangel Feruza. But so far, the shield marshals have been unable to find this elusive rancher. So, having deciphered these papers for the first time yet again, and discovered this equipment left behind, and you guys feel satisfied that you have found all you need to find here in the vaults.
Vemgard, do you want a Lawbringer's lasso, or should that just be a Krillin thing?
Oh, I would like that. I'll tie them all up.
It's used to grapple creatures from 30 feet away and requires athletics.
Yes.
I figured you'd like that. Won't let me give it to you, though. You got to come take it yourself.
Yep.
And there was nothing else in there.
Nothing? Nothing at all?
Nope, nothing at all. No explosive ammunition.
Keep thinking there's a loot button.
So, for discovering these clues and unsuccessfully doing so stealthily, you all receive 45 XP.
Well, did we get the XP for all the other dudes we killed as well, or saving that to the end kind of thing?
Hey, sorry guys.
Oh,
You talking about the dudes that you weren't supposed to kill?
I thought you said they were corrupt.
Hey, experience.
Yeah, but
is
you're supposed to be
experience.
doing this stealthily. So you actually
Have you seen our party?
You actually to OOC were yes, no, you got a handicap on XP. You're supposed to do so stealthily.
Gotcha.
Wait, so how much XP did we get?
45.
45.
Okay. Cool.
Just curious, Mary. That piece of equipment just says invisibility. What the hell is it?
It's like a scroll. It's like a excuse me, it's a rune. It's a rune.
Okay.
Visibility room?
Yes.
I mean, no.
Is it ammo or put it on your ranged weapon makes you invisible?
No, it's for armor. You put it on your armor, it makes you
Property,
invisible.
Oh, property.
Once a day, you can go invisible.
All right. So you have, again, just to recap for your party member who is still back at the tavern, who you will have to go recover here. You have 3 leads to follow up on. You have discovered that tomorrow, Loveless is attending, or should be attending, or has been invited to an art gala at 7 p.m. 2 days from now, there's a public hanging scheduled at noon. The art gala is hosted by Christia Tomb Inn, a wealthy Alkenstarian who has been meeting with Lovelace repeatedly as of late. The hanging is one Rangel Feruza, who is a person of interest to you. Essentially, they were captured by the shield marshals, but the reason why is obscure. They're just a local river merchant. Doesn't seem to be anyone too, outstanding. Last but not least is someone even less outstanding, a rancher named Dash, who has gone missing and been searched for. You don't have any clues as to the whereabouts of this person, but the gala is scheduled for tomorrow, and the hanging is 2 days from now, conveniently. So, I'm assuming you all take this information and return temporarily to the saloon to collect Gurn. Yes?
Yes. Stealthily.
Stealthily. So you do exit the vaults stealthily and are not seen. You come back and report here to Dunsmith and let her know everything that has transpired. And yes, you have essentially, it is, what is that, 4 o'clock ish, just after 4 o'clock. So you have 15 hours or so until this art gala. So you have time to prepare.
Okay.
Make
I
sure.
wanted to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to quickly do treat wounds because it looks like we're not at full health. Well, we'd be resting, wouldn't we?
Yeah, you would
16 hours?
rest overnight if,
Yeah.
I mean, do
Okay.
you guys want to go ahead and rest and make it tomorrow morning?
Should we spend a little time crafting some disguises for a gala?
Yes.
All right, so you go out into Alkenstar and procure just fancy clothes for you all?
Can I just glamour my armor?
You could.
I'll use my makeup disguise kit to cover up the scars on my face.
Let's see. Clothing. High fashion fine clothing is 55 gold.
Holy shit.
What?
That's
So Krillin offers to buy us all high fashion clothing.
All
Yeah.
right. So Krillin, what is
We accept.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? He can't afford it, bro.
I will buy my own. I should actually have a suit because I am a lawyer.
You're a
Oh, my legal training.
well, so the shopkeeper gives him a little bit of a discount since he's buying 6 at once. So yeah, he can afford it. Costs 300 gold.
Fuck.
All right, so
He said we could use his money.
so everybody has high fashion clothing here. Very nice, very nice. All right, so and yeah, he buys you one even though you could just glamour your armor. You get one anyway. Everybody gets one. High fashion fine. High fashion fine. Excellent, excellent. Make sure he gets one. All right, so you all don high fashion clothing here. Appropriate for attending an art gala. Very nice, very nice. And yes, you can go ahead and do well rested, and we'll move it up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, that will be 6, 8. Well, we'll let you. Do y'all want to go ahead and rest all the way through the night, more than 8 hours, to the next morning, to like 6 a.m.?
Sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be like midnight, 2 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Krillin gets a little too drunk and leaves.
Yes, so everybody go ahead and do that. Krillin 2. Rest for the night. Alright, let me check the maps here. So, is this correct? Alright, so, So, let's see here. You guys want to do anything? You have 11 hours here during the day. Is there anything that you need to do or want to do that takes like a few hours?
Could I like forge an alternate identity for myself?
Yeah. I think forge papers is an actual thing you can do.
Yeah.
So yes.
Can't remember why, but for something I think I get a bonus to forge documents.
Yeah, forge documents. You prepare, you choose. Ooh, attempt a hard or very hard society check. And it's a secret check.
Okay, society.
So yeah, you can roll it for yourself.
Okay.
If you would like. Very nice, very nice. Let's see. Checking the table. What level are you guys now? Y'all are 8, 9?
8. Also like to show it to everyone else and see if I get the impression I did a good job or a really shitty job. Is that a thing?
It's an EP.
Drez says, I didn't even know you own crayons.
Son of a bitch.
Well, of course he has crayons. They're his MREs. Oh wait, wrong person. Sorry.
Edge points. Are you aware of this?
Which?
Edge points.
What?
Edge. Yes. Are you aware of this?
Sounds
Edge
like
points.
something you'd
Hey,
find
shut
under the
up,
cap
shut
of a
up.
Mountain Dew bottle.
Edge points represent advantages the party gains by proper planning, quick thinking, the intervention of an ally, or some other benefit. They are typically gained by pursuing opportunities in previous infiltrations or through preparation before the infiltration. When a PC fails or critically fails a check to overcome an obstacle or a complication, they can spend an edge point to succeed instead. Some edge points can be spent only during particular circumstance. For instance, no matter how well you forge documents, it won't help you unlock a door. So consider using tokens, unique tokens, to represent such edge points. So you create convincing forgeries and gain 1 edge point you can use only when presenting some form of paperwork.
Nice. Learning new things about this game every day.
Yeah, I'm like, well, because it says gain 1 EP. I'm like, what? You get to put out a record?
Yeah, you asked
No,
edge
we get
points.
an
I thought it was
executive
the
producer.
sexual thing.
Edgelord point. Edgelord point.
That's the name on my new identity.
Edgelord. So, having been satisfied, you guys while away your time and proceed towards the event? Yes?
Yeah.
All right, so let's
Unless
see.
someone else has something they want to do.
I'm eager to see how much of a disaster this is going to be.
Vemgard's over edging himself in the corner.
So,
In a
you
nutshell.
guys, let's see here, are making your way to Skyside and this tower where Tomb Inn lives. As you approach, you don't see like heavy security or anything. You stall a little bit because you're just a little early. Let's see here.
And could I also retroactively say too, my forging also included forging tickets for this event for us?
Well, you guys found those in the
Okay.
vault, yeah. So that, yeah.
We all have fake IDs and a ticket in.
You don't all have fake IDs.
Oh,
No.
who does?
He
Just
did.
me,
He
just
he
me,
did
the
it for
guy with
himself.
0 charisma.
Well, now, so let me pause the time for a moment. If you all want to, you could roll those checks, because I don't think forged documents is anybody can do that, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I believe so. That's a general skill. So
What's
it's a hidden society check. I've been letting you guys do those for yourselves. Just hide it, you know.
where do I find my skills?
All right, so Drez, you also successfully forged documents for yourself and gained 1 edgelord point. Vemgard, you gotta make me look at the other thing. Hold on.
Wait, I was not supposed to be able to see that.
Okay,
So let me redo it because I
find a
failed.
GM roll.
Society.
There
There we go.
Vemgard, you create documents and gain an edgelord point. Hideki, you also create documents and gain an edgelord point. And so
Bomb-proof, you're going to make an attempt, or?
well, so you guys want to do like we did with a Gurn last time, and just y'all say Krillin is just holding it up in the saloon?
Yeah, there's enough of us. We may as well.
So I figured.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Gurn, do you want to try to forge you some documents?
What kind of rule?
Society. Supposed to be hidden, but whatever. Right.
Oops.
So, you create documents and gain an edgelord point. So you all have fake documents and an edgelord point.
Do we dare ask everyone what their alias name is?
Blast hard cheese.
Paladin fast fingers.
I already have a different persona.
You
Green
cannot call
Monster.
yourself the Green Monster.
PPP. That's what his ID says.
Yes.
I'm Lord Edgewood.
So, having donned your fancy threads, thanks to Krillin, who we'll give him a refund on his since he didn't go, he stayed back. You you guys approach the skyscraper in Grayson's Fingers here, where Two Men Suite is at. The directions on the invitation guide you there. And just as you are approaching the elevator, 4 other guests kind of rush up to it and they ask you, "Oh, can we join you?" So as you're piling in, they're all kind of getting in with you. You have an opportunity where you could kind of be rude and snub them out, or you could invite them all into the elevator with you.
Well, let's all bring them in and let them go in ahead of us so they all think we're legit, even if our shit's not good.
I agree.
All right. So you guys get all in there and everybody, kind of finds their spot. The doors close. Elevator music starts up. Of course, it's the same music that you've heard all over Alkenstar, right? It's some good old honky tonk music. You are quite enjoying it. And when one of the elevator riders turns to you, introduces himself, tells you his name is Irvin. He's a local nobleman. And he asks you, Vemgard, how do you know Tombend? He seems to be most interested with you, the most, I guess, ferocious looking of the party. So he's now looking, dead at you. He's saying, "Hey, well, so how do you know old Tombend?" This is of course Christia Tombend, the art collector.
Yeah. I help Human with
Nude
his
model.
legal practices.
He looks at you and says, he is very confused.
He deals with a lot of things. I always have to help him.
Gee.
I step in and I say, you have to excuse my friend here. He doesn't understand the concept of human pronouns.
At
Yeah,
this,
I realize.
Irvine nods and says, well, quite interesting. I've never heard her mention her working with anyone of the green variety. How about the rest of you? And he kind of surveys the party.
We're part of Tubman's acquisition department.
He kind of smiles slyly at this, and just as he seems poised to. We'll start the time here. Just as he seems poised to ask another question, the doors of the elevator pop open. You guys politely let these 4 out first, and as they exit, you notice that 2 of the similarly clad shield marshals standing at the door are checking invitations. It's common in Alkenstar for you to have, firearms and like decorative swords and knives and things, but they kind of buck at some of the party, and or some people coming in, I should say, with large weapons, and so they will probably buck at some of the party. Notice, particularly Vemgard, probably with your axe. Yes. So as you see the 4 proceeding through, they are all producing an invitation and being greeted. Do you do anything to prepare to enter into this facility?
Would the long rifle fly?
Well, you're about to find out, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
I will quickly take my Harmona gun and stick it in Vemgard's bag of holding.
I'll throw my
Kinky.
long rifle in there as well.
Okay.
Then I'll keep my Giselle in my concealed holster.
All right. And Vemgard, are you placing any? It was your halberd that I was actually thinking about. It's kind of big, right? But
Yeah.
are you placing anything in there? You put your halberd in there?
Yeah, actually, I was just going to say I was going to leave them at the bar, but Saren has a better idea of putting them all in the bag of holding.
All right, so you don't actually have to move anything, but let's
Yeah.
make a note that the Harmona gun, the long rifle,
Oh, and the scatter gun. Always forget about the shotgun.
Scattergun and long rifle.
It's that old movie
And
cliche where you just start pulling out gun after gun after gun.
Yep.
it's a Mel Brooks movie up in here. All right, and the halberd are all stashed, so unavailable to you. Yes, yes.
Yep. I would say I would only have my axe, and that's my traditional from my heritage.
Now let's do
Mix
this
up.
entire scene
Save
as
save
voice.
that for the guard. I'm not the guard.
All right, fair enough.
So, as you proceed, who is first to present their invitation here?
I'll go
So
first.
before we decide, everyone tell me what your modifier is in deception and diplomacy.
Ooh, +9, then +11.
Plus 11 plus 1.
Plus
Plus 10.
9 and minus 1 in diplomacy.
0 in deception, +10 in diplomacy.
All right, I'm going first.
Okay, so you present your invitation, and do you present your other documents?
No, not unless they ask.
Okay, you present your invitation. They look over you, and they give you a nod and let you pass into the gala. Dun 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 dun. All right, who's next?
I will go first. I will go next.
Oh,
All
this
right.
ought to be good.
You step up and you show your invitation. Do you show your documents?
Yep.
All right. You show your documents, and these guys notice them to be obvious forgeries and ask you, what's the big idea? Do you want to use your edgelord point?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, you use your edgelord point, and it has no effect. These guys are still wondering why you have tried to hand them forged documents along with a real invitation.
They're talking just to him.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit, I don't know.
Deception.
Pardon?
Use your deception. Or do you have deception?
I only have diplomacy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, then use diplomacy.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to talk my way out of it.
Or do any of you want to step in and help him out of this jam?
I step over and I raise my voice slightly like I'm talking to someone that's hard of hearing.
Yeah.
And I say, "There you are, old timer. I told you to keep up.
Oh yeah.
Let's get
Yeah.
you seated somewhere and you can continue working on your little book."
All right.
Okay.
Roll deception. They kind of bristle a little bit, hand you back his documents, and let you into the gala with him. Who's next to step up here?
Drez, where's the pudding pop?
I'll step up next before this gets any worse.
All right, and you hand them your invitation. Do you hand them any other documents?
Not unless they ask.
All right, they don't. They hand you back the invitation and let you proceed on into the party.
Nice.
2 more remain to come inside. You guys come in
I'll
one by
walk
one.
up.
Yeah. And you hand them the invitation.
Just the invitation, unless they ask for the documents.
All right. They look at it. They look you over. They stop for a second looking at your sword, but hand it back to you and let you enter on in.
Oh, I had an argument for it. Oh well. So I'm in. Yeah.
Well, last but not least, Gurn steps
Yeah,
up.
I'll follow suit. Still not 100% sure what's happening, but go with the group.
All right. Look at you rather oddly. They wonder why you have so many like files and flasks and things. And they ask you if you have any good alcohol on you.
It's not really what I dabble in. You wouldn't want to be drinking some of this stuff on my belt.
They look at each other. There's two of them here, and they just kind of sneer and they say, "Try us," and they hold out their hand.
Well, I take a step back and I say to them, well, he dabbles in erectile dysfunction medication.
Yeah, you guys don't need that, do you?
They both turn red as red can be and tell you, of course not, and then tell you to get the hell out of here. They shuffle you all in. As you enter the ball, you notice crimson light from the setting sun is now filtering into this large ballroom through dozens of ornate glass windows. There's a crystal chandelier hanging above the center of the space, ornamented with electrical wires that spark and jolt every once in a while. The floor, let me bring you into it here while I'm describing it to you. The floor is decorated with a mosaic of guns in elaborate geometric patterns. Hold on, let me place you guys down.
Sorry, I have to step out for 5 minutes. I have to help my girlfriend unload her car.
Is that what you call it?
She just came back from Costco.
Got him. All right, well, so as he is unloading, let me place you guys here. Y'all are all in the elevator. Or excuse me, you've stepped just out of the elevator here. And Irvine, you have passed by the guards here. He has entered on into the party. Who am I missing? Saren, Gurn, Drez, Vemgard. Who is? Okay, all right. So, yes. So the floor in here, like I say, has a mosaic pattern of guns. 24 large sculptures crafted from steel and colored glass are arranged throughout this room, each with a small plaque at their base. The sculptures depict a mixture of natural and mechanical, blending disparate elements together. Sweeping lines and curves, very artsy, right? Of course, it's a gala. On the east end of the ballroom, you'll find a large banquet table covered with all types of food and a drink. As you enter in, you notice again that the security of this place is handled by the same types of corrupt shield marshals you've been seeing. They all have the same badge, that you've seen on others. They are just kind of all around this place, watching the exits mainly. And yes, this room, by virtue of lag, is not filled with NPCs, but it is full of patrons here, mingling about, as the sound would indicate.
Just to confirm with the group, are we here to kill Loveless?
You are trying to find out when, where, what about Loveless facilitating the sale of Pyronite to Geb and
It's
Nex.
a rich guy, right? That's been working with
Woman. And she is present among the sculptures here. 2 men, yes.
Just to reiterate, we're not here to start shooting.
gave up my guns for now.
I'll try my very best. I'm gonna go
But
stand in front of the sculpture and just look at it like Ferris Bueller does.
Well, so just as you guys are entering the room, two men steps towards the middle of the room here, just under the chandelier, and she taps her glass, as you do, and gets everyone's attention. And she announces that her special guests have arrived. Art critics, esteemed among all the circles of Alkenstar. And she points over to all of you, and she announces that she would like for you to honor everyone by providing an artistic analysis of a sculpture for all the attendees. And she directs you to a particularly large statue, of course made of metal and glass, that resembles a scintillating jellyfish made from cubic blocks. As you all enter, the crowd just falls silent, and they step back and make almost like a little arch around you. And you are now the center of attention. And everyone is waiting for you to, give your analysis of this jellyfish statue, which is this one right here in front of you.
Oh, is it not this one up here?
This one?
Can you describe
No,
the
it's the cubic. It's in cubic blocks, so it's just this one in front of you. That one is also
Gotcha. Okay.
jellyfish-like, sure. But no, it's this one right in front of you. That's why she's pointed you to it, because you've just entered. Could also be this one. It's one of these right in the front, we'll say.
Well, I say, well, it's a great example of modern expressionism, and the use of color in this work is phenomenal and really brings out the depth of the jellyfish.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. You can roll deception, diplomacy, society. But whatever you roll right here, you're gonna kind of be locked into. So just keep that in mind.
Society it is.
You could also sneak one with a stealthy escape. Okay, so you begin to give an explanation and just embarrass yourself with how elementary it is, and everyone wonders just what in the world you're being honored for, why you are a guest of honor. And Two Men herself kind of looks at you a little odd.
Wasn't that bad? What roll was it?
It was not successful.
I'm just kidding.
I asked two men to tell me about the piece. And if she's not sure what information I want, specifically tell me about the artist and the materials that it's made from.
Well, as you try to ask her this question, you notice two of the corrupt shield marshals. Let's see here. Come up to her and whisper something in her ear. She seems to protest what they're telling her, but they begin to escort her out of the place. The whole crowd is still looking at you, waiting for your analysis. And they move halfway to the exit here.
Could I use stealth to like basically drift into the crowd towards Tumen?
Well, she's right here next to you right now. Yes. So you could definitely do a stealth check to get over in front of her. But first, Drez needs to give his analysis of this sculpture, sans knowing anything about it.
All right. My analysis: banal, bland, trite. Perhaps a worthy first effort, but not at all what I would expect from an accomplished master.
Roll a check of your choosing here: society, deception, diplomacy.
All right, I'm back.
Everyone after Saren's performance, especially, hears yours and is again unconvinced that you guys are really art experts. Hideki, you can now attempt your stealthy move. You successfully duck out of everyone's attention, and you are in front of two men here. She is obviously flustered, and she is, arguing with these two men. Do you want to say anything to her to try to convince her to, abscond from their clutches?
Is there an issue with security, madam?
All right, roll a diplomacy check.
Public or?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yep.
All right. She says, yes, these two ruffians, and she smacks both of them and heads back to the center of the room. They do follow her and stay near her, but they seem to have been dissuaded from making her leave. You have fallen away from attention here, and nobody is waiting for your explanation of the artwork. However, they do all turn to you, Gurn. So you are tasked with describing this art piece, and then you can roll society, deception, or diplomacy to see if your description is basically.
Yeah, okay, so while Drez was doing that, I was going to say I imbibed this infiltrator's elixir.
Okay.
Now, you gain a +4 to deception, but that very bottom line, add your level to this DC. So, that's not +12.
No, that's you gain a +4 to your deception to avoid others seeing through your disguise, and you add your level to the. So that's if somebody's trying to see you.
Okay.
And
I
you
don't.
add your level
but
even if you're untrained.
Yeah,
So it should
but
be
you're totally disregarding the first half of the sentence.
Okay,
There.
to see through your disguise.
Yeah. So it doesn't really benefit you trying to deceive others. It benefits you trying to be hidden.
Yeah, alright.
For the wait a minute, you aren't Sir Fotheringworth.
Right, yeah.
Well, I'll step up to the painting and take a look at what kind of brush strokes or...
It's a statue.
Okay. We'll
There could be
talk
brush
about
strokes
the-
on it.
Yeah, buff it out. Just the technique that was used into carving such a piece.
So roll deception or society or diplomacy
Society is a little better.
or art lore if anyone has art lore. I didn't.
I do not.
I didn't think
Uh,
anyone did.
Look, man, I didn't go
Well,
to
hero
art
point
school to learn art lore.
Personally, I stole 3 crates of paint from art school, but did the prison rat learn art?
So finally, one of you is looked upon favorably, and the crowd is satisfied, very much so, by Gurn's description of this piece, and they all kind of nod and turn their heads and consider the first 2 descriptions they heard something of a fluke. Vemgard just kind of blends into the scenery and becomes a wallflower here. So you are now in this gala, free to roam about and talk to some of the other guests here. Obviously, there are only 3 that are depicted besides 2 men herself, right? So that narrows it down for you. In addition, you are in her like penthouse suite here at the top of this tower. You have gone up the elevator to get to. It is the only way in or out, which is the elevator here, right? You are essentially, trying to find out any information you can about Loveless or about, you know, the 2 buyers of Pyronite that you've been hearing about. Essentially clues. You're trying to gather information.
And we have no idea who that lady is that mistook us for art critics.
Well, that's 2 men. Yeah, that's, you know who she is because she's like the wealthy lady that's putting this all on here. Yeah.
She's not like aware that we are who we
Not
are, right?
them.
She seems to think you're art critics.
So, I mean, that
Does she
seems
think
very
I'm an art
suspicious
critic?
to me.
She thinks like the whole party there's are esteemed art critics. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Thought maybe she was subtly letting us know that she knows we're full of shit.
I mean, she may, but that's totally beside the point.
So are we gonna go in like turn order here? How are we proceeding?
We could. You could look. We could do this to make it simpler for you. Could all just roll initiative. Let's see. I think, there you go. So let's see here. Seem to be missing something. All right, so as you get your initiative rolled here, most of you, there are, like I say, this place is full of people, as the sound would indicate, but for expediency and lag's sake, there are a few of note that stand out to you. Of course, there's Irvin, who you rode up the elevator with. And there is another person over here by the window that seems of interest to you. A learned, scholarly person over here. And then, last but not least, there seems to be a very interesting lady back over here. Then, of course, there is 2 men herself. She is currently set on either side, by some of these corrupt shield marshals who, again, you recognize as a couple of the ones you just dealt with in the vault, which again was several hours ago. So you might be a little weary about the being recognized, but you are, again, remember, all wearing like high-end fashion, so not your typical get-up per se.
And I just want to say, Dibs doing Logan's actions for him if he's not back in time.
All right, well, roll your initiative. We're waiting on you.
I've been here for a while now.
Oh, damn it. Well, then roll your initiative.
You roll your
Yeah,
initiative.
Didn't I roll it already? Oh, I'm an idiot.
Nope, I rolled it a while ago. I was a dumbass that put it on blind GM though.
All right, so Hideki, take the first action here. Same as combat. You know, you take 30. You can move diplomacy, or whatever you want to do.
Okay. I'd like to. Am I already near Erwin from slipping out? Yeah. I'd like to
Yes, you're next to
kind
her.
of like change my armor into like another high-end piece of clothing to kind of change who I look like, so Erwin won't necessarily recognize me from the elevator.
Irvin.
Irvin.
Yeah. How long does it take to glamour your armor?
I'm not sure.
Takes 10 minutes to don medium armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's a magical effect.
So you're gonna sit there and just like do it in front of him?
Oh, do
Well,
you have like a
not-
feat or just
It's
something on your
weird,
armor?
bro.
It's like I don't know. I have
Is there a
to.
rune on his armor? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm the asshole.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm on a different computer today, so half builders being a little cantankerous.
What are you looking for?
I'm
It's
trying to
just-
look up the rules on Glamored.
Oh, well, here, I can look it up for you. Nethys as well. Glamour. This armor can be disguised with a mere thought.
Okay, so I'll like before I step up with him, up to him while I'm still in the crowd, I'll change my armor, make me look slightly different but still fancy.
Okay, sure.
Step out toward him and say, "I don't think I've caught your name
So
before, sir."
now, are you taking your high fashion clothes off?
No. So
Because it's kind of covering up your armor.
I thought I've been glamoring my armor this whole time.
Well, yeah, but you put on the high fashion clothes too, so they're kind of covering it up a little bit. You could
Oh.
remove. You could remove.
Would that would be one of my actions, wouldn't it? Okay. I guess like while I'm still less than noticed by the crowd, take them off and then glamour my armor to look like in that style, I guess.
Okay.
And then would that take one of my actions away?
Glamoring.
Well, taking off the fancy
Oh
clothes.
no. We could say you do that while you're envisioning and glamoring your armor. So that's one action.
Okay. And then I'll come up to him and ask him his name and what he does.
He looks at you and he still recognizes you. Your face isn't any different. He says, "Well, I've already told you, my friend. I'm Irvin. I'm a local merchant here. Some might call me noble, but not my wife. And he lets out a very pleased with himself laugh at this joke, if you could call it that. He says, well, what is your name? What's your business, my friend?
My name's Paladin Fastfingers, and I was interested in your remarks upon business, perhaps?
He says that he is a dealer in fine art and antiquities. That's how he knows two men and has come to view these latest endeavors of the art world
Mm.
to see if there's anything worth exporting to, lands beyond.
Speaking of lands beyond, have you perhaps had any foreign dealings recently?
He tells you that he has not had any foreign dealings of late, but he has heard of some other transactions. Roll a diplomacy check. Let me see if he's situated enough to tell you.
I hero point that.
Okay. And for their heroicness of infiltrating the gala here, everybody will receive another hero point at this point. So you are successful in convincing him to go ahead and reveal to you that an enormous number of firearms, enough for an army, recently passed through the ports of Alkenstar, purchased by none other than Christia Toomend. And Irvin tells you that he has it on good authority. They were donated directly to the Shield Marshals. He doesn't know what in the world they would use such a number of arms for, but he's very curious to see what comes of it.
I'll kind of reply, violence always does seem to bring the best out of the art world, does it not?
He agrees, and it passes to Saren. What will your actions be?
Well, for flavor's sake, I'm going to assume there's like butlers walking around with
Hors d'oeuvres
Great.
and such, yes.
trays of champagne.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm just going to walk over here and grab 2 glasses of champagne on my way over.
Okay.
Look at this girl and go, it is a girl, I assume.
That is your assumption to make.
All right, well, then I'm going to say, oh, at least there's a unique looking person in here, not just one of these stuffy aristocrats. My name is Edward Edgelord. What is your, what's your name?
So a chuckle emerges from this diminutive person who
Very clearly a dude now.
who turns to you and in a masculine voice introduces themselves as Powell Guthroy, and notices that you have brought a drink, but offers you one in return. You see, Guthroy explains to you that they have snuck several bottles of elven absinthe into the party, and claims that it helps him truly, see the artwork. He invites you to have this same experience and hands you a glass filled with a odd color substance.
That doesn't deter me at all. I say, well, then I was right. You are a unique person in the party, the right one to talk to.
All right, so you drink this emerald green beverage?
I say to him, you drink one, I'll drink one. Bottoms up.
And he's already drinking it by the time you get those words out.
Okay, well then, slam it back down.
Okay, Roll a fortitude check. Or save. Alright, you slam it down, and you feel just a little woozy. Nothing too intense just yet. But you definitely feel that you have imbibed something. You continue discussing with this person all of the goings on here. Go ahead and roll a society check to discuss art with him as part of this drink, right? He takes a liking to you.
Oh, it doesn't fail good. If it failed, I would hero point it, but we're good.
He takes a liking to you and seems to enjoy your off-the-wall opinion about some of the art. And you are now in camaraderie conversation with this person.
Right on.
I believe you have actions remaining to you.
Yeah, I'll ask him what he does for a living. Does he just deal in booze, or?
He tells you that he does many things, all of them worthwhile in their own way, and then he laughs a little bit and tells you that he is here in his capacity as an art enthusiast.
Well, I'll ask him what he thinks of the art.
He rambles on and gives you a long-winded description that involves a lot of names you're unfamiliar with. He references, books that you've not read, shows that you've not attended, and he seems to be very pretentiously trying to place himself among the most learned art scholars of Alkenstar. With that, you fade into further conversation, and Vemgard takes his action.
At the very end, I just like to give him a little wink.
Fair enough. Well, you're still talking to him, so you are in conversation and drinking. Vemgard, what will you do?
Yeah. Look, here's what Derek wanted me to do, but I'm pretty sure it was to hit on a girl, was it not?
Yeah, it was hit on the main lady in here.
Yeah, I'm a little scared doing the main lady yet. So I will come up to this one over here.
Okay. And do you introduce yourself, or?
Yeah, I asked her about this fine piece of art that we're closest to, and ask her what she sees in it.
Well, she begins to explain to you that she looks for the flowing curves and forms of the human body, which she believes is a form of art all its own. And she asks you your name.
It's Vemgard. You like shapes on bodies, huh? I can show you some. And I do a little flex.
Okay, let's see acrobatics or athletics check. She smiles, impressed, and introduces herself as Helen Modell, a dance instructor from the swankier parts of Alkenstar. She is very impressed with your physical prowess and begins chatting you up. And she just starts gossiping, and she just starts going and going and going. You're ignoring most of what she says, but she starts to talk about something, I guess, newsworthy, gossipy. She starts talking about a bill that is currently trying to get support. Two Men is been talking about it amongst all of the artsy fartsy ritzy bitsy bougie crowd. This bill would force 20% of all citizens to be part of a standing army of Alkenstar at any given time. The army would be placed under the control of a high-ranking shield marshal, which, of course, Two Men is pushing for Deputy Angelique Lovelace to be this commander or this newly created role. She quickly moves off of that and starts talking about some other tax for art shows and then some other local grievance, and she's just gossiping a mile a minute. You do have an action remaining to you.
I talk to her and say if she ever needs a nude modeler, a human model, I'm her man. And yeah, I be a butler and grab drinks when we start talking away.
All right. She continues to just, gossip away, glad to have an ear to pour her voice into. Drez, what will you do here?
All right, I grab a glass of champagne from a passing waiter, and I move over to this part of the room. Using my stealth skills, I'm not, trying to vanish and disappear. I'm just trying to blend seamlessly into the crowd without drawing attention.
Mm-hmm.
I look like I'm examining the art closely, but what I'm actually doing is listening to see if I can overhear any conversation between Two Men and her bodyguards here.
Okay. So let's see here. You tried to discern what they're whispering into her ears. They seem to be not poking guns in her side, but they seem to be aggressively like whispering things to her, and she seems to be protesting, but you cannot make out exactly what they're saying.
Okay, and I'm assuming that gives me one action left?
More or less, sure.
All right, last action, I'm going to just move a little bit over here towards this side of the room, and I'm keeping a close eye on them.
I did not mean to roll that. Oh well.
Okay, so you're just watching you're watching Two Men and these shield marshals here.
Yeah.
All right. Gurn, you have an opportunity to question some folks and or light the whole place on fire.
Let's go with the latter. These are all little art installations throughout here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll scrutinizingly, if that's a word, approach a couple and look like an art asshole and look down my nose at them, kind of critiquing them to myself while trying to overhear them as well and make my way closer.
All right.
Maybe if I look snobby enough, someone will approach me, or yeah, perception, I guess.
All right, you also notice that they are aggressively whispering things into her ear, and that she is giving them all the protestations in the world. She's not agreeing with what they're telling her, but you just can't make out what they're saying over the din of the crowd.
Okay, so if I try to get real close. guess I don't need to do anything for that.
You could certainly try again. Yeah.
Another perception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you step just a little closer. You still can't make out every word, but you do in the amongst the din of the gala here hear a few things. Obviously, just kind of out of context, one word here or there, and you get the notion that they are giving her commands that she does not want to follow, and they seem to be threatening her with some type of violence if she does not comply.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I'd like to kind of fade away from Irwin after some pleasant conversation, grab a champagne, and go over to here and talk to. I forgot the name already.
Two men.
Human. I'm sorry. And ask if there's anything she needs help with.
Okay. She looks at you kind of surprised. Go ahead and roll a diplomacy check to see how your impression was made on her. So she it comes up to your, she is responsive to you, and she says, "Well, yes, there is." And she begins to explain to you that her conscription bill currently faces dim prospects, as many in Alkenstar feel that Alkenstar's defenses, the gunworks has a massive cannon called the Maw of Rovagug, for example, are more than enough to defend the lands of Alkenstar, and she asks you to support this bill passing through the Alkenstar legislature to become the law of the land. She explains how it would help to have an army and how it is important because most citizens don't even know the dangers that face Alkenstar from the outside.
I'd kind of like to press her for more information with like a sly comment. Yes, like such dangers such as Gab, would you perhaps say, or our southern neighbor too. Such worrisome things.
She agrees wholeheartedly and goes into talking about all of the dangers of magical energies and using such magical forces, and she tells you that this is precisely why a bill like this is needed, so that Alkenstar has a proper force to defend herself whenever it may arise.
Just out of curiosity, ma'am, who do you suppose would be a good fit to lead such an army? Yourself, perhaps?
She demurs at this and kind of laughs and tells you that no, she doesn't have any, military experience, even though she is an experienced leader, and that someone like Deputy Lovelace would be perfect for the position.
Your ties to Lovelace are strong, it seems.
She tells you that they are, and the action here passes to Saren. You are unbeknownst to you, I should say, the party has not been able to confer, but you have learned the most important pieces of information from these guests that you could learn. The fact that two men has purchased an enormous number of firearms and donated them to the shield marshals, that this is seemingly in support of a bill that she wants to have passed, mandatory conscription of 20% of Alkenstar. All right. For learning these 3 clues, you all receive 80 experience points. Now, the gala is not over, and you are in Tomb Inn Suite, which is the top floor of 2 that she owns in this tower. Her family has been wealthy for generations. So you are not, no one's forcing you to leave at the moment. The gala is ongoing, but you wouldn't benefit necessarily any further from questioning guests.
Okay.
However, their paperwork.
Well, after my wink at the end of the last one, would I be able to tell if this guy was into it or not?
You could sense motive.
Are you trying to seduce him, or what's going on here?
Yes. Yeah, this sense motive. Oops, I just put it in there. Just a perception check. Shit.
Oh, is it me? You can do it secretly. So you are able to tell that this person, this art enthusiast, is always looking for a good time. This evidenced by bringing 11 bottles of absinthe to an art gala. And when you winked at him, was receptive to that wink.
Well, then I'd like to grab his hand and say, why don't we go somewhere a little bit more private where we can talk? And then I'll start walking over towards this door over here with him.
Okay. How far can you make it to the door?
I get 2 actions still?
I think so, yeah.
30,
Pretty much.
35. I can make it 70 feet. So 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. I can make it all the way to here.
Alright, so you do so. And y'all are making your way over there. Vemgard, you see this happening? Well, no, you don't. Your back is turned because you are in conversation with this lovely lady, Helen, who you are sharing a drink with. First action is unmute.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, we're still talking about the human body and all the shapes. And yeah, can I sense some motive to see if she's into me?
Yeah, sure. Roll it secret, yeah.
Oh fuck, I'm sorry, I wasn't secret.
Okay, well, I mean, you can tell that her intentions of coming here were to meet a man.
Alright, we started walking down towards, and yeah, we see Saren over there, and I kinda give him a wink, and we'll see where this place takes us.
So now you're trying to seduce Saren and going to have a 4-way with him and this elf
No.
dude?
No, I just gave him the nod. Whatever
Well,
happens.
so
both
okay,
on the
hold
same
on,
page
hold
that
on,
we're-
hold on. So time out. So Helen is now confused as to why you have just walked away from her without saying anything
No,
and
sorry.
opened this door.
Sorry, I meant to bring her with me.
Sure,
I
I
told her,
understand that, but
Yeah,
that's not what you did.
Sorry.
Do a little bit of role play here, Logan. Give us your best game.
Oh fuck.
I mean,
Sounds like you must
would
play
you, so
role for,
so so sense motive, that was just like
Yeah.
you're just in your
Yeah.
own head. So you need to say something.
No. Fair enough. I kind of just forgot about that. Uh, you sweet piece of chocolate. Would you like me to show you the green monster?
Okay, so a roll of diplomacy check.
Oh,
Oof. She looks at
no,
you
you're on
very,
point.
very confusedly.
Oh, fuck.
He looks at you even more confusedly. You have, well, one action remaining to you to clean this up.
I quickly go over to the. Oh no. I don't even know what to fucking do. Oh,
Just shit your pants and excuse yourself. Just be like, all right, this is my only way out.
I mean, you could just
okay.
tell her. You could lean in her ear and whisper what it is.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
whisper
so
in your ear.
you lean over to her and you whisper what it is, and as you are awaiting her response, Drez takes an action here.
Having noticed what's going on the other side of the room, I am just going to I'm going to move right here and spend the rest of my actions watching this unfold.
You know, you of all people aren't interested in getting back here and robbing.
Entertainment comes first.
All right,
Plus, these guys could make a pretty good distraction.
a Gurn. What will you do?
Hideki, are you involved in conversation with Tumen right now?
I believe so. Right? I am
Yes,
talking.
yes,
Okay.
you were talking to. She
Okay,
was
I'll
trying to recruit him to she was propagandizing him.
right. I'll bend over and try to examine a bottom part of this piece and accidentally bump into this guy here. Kind of say, "Oh, sorry, am I interrupting anything? Don't mind me."
He sneers at you and kind of shoves you a little bit off of him. You notice as before that you looked at the statue before you moved, right? So, you look down at the statue and you notice that the plaque, lists local artist's name who created it. It doesn't really have any other beneficial information. But yeah, as you pass through there and you bump into him, he kind of sneers at you, and you can tell he is not of the upper echelon of Alkenstar by any means, and not typical of what you have as experience of a shield marshal.
Okay, can I do a society check or something to recognize if he's a gang sign somewhere?
Well, no, I mean he's not a criminal. I mean he is a shield marshal, and you
Oh, he is
guys
a
have
shield marshal.
yeah, you guys have already noticed that he is of the variety that have attacked you already in the
Yeah.
vaults just a moment ago. Yesterday, as it were, in the game.
So
They
depending
have,
on your
what do you
beliefs,
say?
is a criminal.
Well, yeah, fair,
You
Yeah,
said
but he
they've
works
got
for
broken
Loveless, so he's
heart
gonna be
pins and
corrupt.
tattoos. The ones that
right,
are
right. They do have identifying marks, yes, but you have
Okay.
recognized them already. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just hang out and eavesdrop.
All right, Hideki, you are still engaged here with two men. She is telling you of the benefits of having your own army.
Yes. Could I kind of like perhaps a discussion of such grand politics would be better carried out where the masses who may not be politically adept may hear.
At this suggestion, the two shield marshals look a little closer to you and say, "What's the big idea anyway?" And they reach over and put their hands on their guns. You need to explain to them why you have, I guess, Proposition 2 mend in this way. So, you could explain, but roll a diplomacy check afterwards.
Well, when one is discussing politics, it does well to not let the spies hear the musings of state. I don't have a hero point.
They look at you and tell you, you don't need to be discussing politics. Why don't you get out of here? And they kind of gesture towards the elevator, towards the exit.
Okay, I'll kind of fade out away from Tumen and start watching the in-house entertainment of Vemgard and Saren.
Okay, where are you walking somewhere? You're gonna walk right there? Just right there?
Kind of over here, I guess.
Alright. So towards the exit. Alright, so they don't do anything weird at the moment because they see you leaving. They think you're leaving. Saren, what will you do?
Well, I will continue walking towards the door with my new friend, hand in hand.
Alright.
I'm gonna open the door, I guess. And I will check the first door to see if it's a bedroom.
As you look into this room, you notice that it is, in fact, a guest bedroom decorated in white and with furniture depicting a cloud motif.
35 feet should get me to there. If I do an angle movement. Then once he's beside me, I'll spin him around, do a little half-assed dance move, and push him over onto the bed using my acrobatics.
Okay. And then that should be, and you successfully do that. You didn't even need to roll for that. Should have saved it. But so you have one action, I should say, remaining.
Yeah.
All right.
With my final action, I'm going to do this guy.
Okay, that would require much more than one action, though. You're both fully dressed.
Fair enough.
That's what she said.
You haven't, like, I mean, you know, necessarily propositions. You've just thrown this person on a bed, which could be terrible.
He was into it. He's a dude who likes art. The gay community is very forward.
Wow. Oh.
Consent.
Not uploading this video. All right, so you are in the midst of a tryst here as it passes to Vemgard.
I'm waiting for her answer, right? Am I not wrong?
What? I don't believe so.
Okay.
You
I tried.
Well, you You didn't ask her. You whispered it to her ear. You explained to her what the green monster was. So now she understood what your previous question was. But I mean, you probably want to ask it fresh, don't you?
Yeah. So I will ask her if she would like to see it. Yeah.
So you proposition her.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Diplomacy. Let's see.
Oh gosh. Let's try. Oh god. I just
Yeah. Go
walk
ahead.
away. I just walk away.
Well, she recoils in horror, and she gladly lets you walk away. So where were you walking to?
I walk to nearest bar waiter that has a drink.
Okay. Well, there's one over here by the tables.
Okay. I ask him if he has anything stronger or anywhere I could find some stronger stuff.
He tells you he's afraid not, sir, and he hands you a little carafe of champagne.
I look at him and say, "Keep the tray here," and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Drez.
All right, let's see.
Having watched the drama unfold, you enter the action.
Over to here is 45 feet. Let's see. That'll get me 60 feet, 2 actions. And now that I'm in the hallway, I am just going to take the opportunity to begin moving stealthily.
Okay. And are you moving, or are you just in there?
Just in there. It'll be my last action will be the hide.
Fair enough. Gurn. You guys are still mingling in the gala here? Galaing it up? We'll say time has not been passing necessarily as slow as in combat. It's been just a couple of minutes, though. But yes, Gurn, what will you do?
Are you guys concocting something over with this guy? Should I be heading over your way?
I mean, I'm just going back here to see if there's anything that I can steal. I'm not sure what Saren's going to do.
I think Saren has his own plans.
No one ever asked what his sexual orientation was.
Jeez.
It-
well, I'll
apparently, it's into it.
I'll check this one out and bump into this guy and kind of mumble to him, trying to instigate a reaction. All these are such shit, aren't they?
This guy right here?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, roll a diplomacy check. If you really mean it. If you're lying, you can roll a deception.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely lying.
He looks at you and he nods in agreement, and he makes a disparaging comment about, rich folks and their bougie shit.
Kind of
And
nod.
when you can tell his attitude has turned, slightly better towards you.
Okay, I want to stay close to him.
All right, Hideki. You are off on your own here. What do you do?
I think I'll like to blend into the crowd and kind of slip off towards Drez. And go through the door.
Okay.
stealthily.
Just as you begin moving towards the door, you notice that several more shield marshals enter the place from both sides of the room and just kind of line up on the walls.
Do I get any sense that they're there for me specifically, or just a routine thing?
You just notice that they've come in.
All right. Can I go up to one and ask, "Is everything okay? Should we be worried?"
You're gonna go up to one?
Yes. I look fancy, right? So bad.
Okay. Well, so yeah, roll diplomacy. He tells you nothing to worry about here. Now get out of my face.
I'll kind of like back up with my hands up and slip off from behind him and pass my turn.
All right. So, Saren, you are in this room. You have thrown this person on this bed. You have seemingly sensed that they are into it. You are both fully clothed. What are you going to do? You notice that as you look around this room and all the cloud motifs, that there's actually a mosaic up on the ceiling. It has 2 large sapphires in it.
All right. Well, since he's laying on the bed, I will jump up on top of him and then whisper in his ear, "Let's get freaky with this shit." And then I'll pull out a rope and start tying his hands to the bedposts.
Okay, well, before you do that, let's roll some diplomacy for consent.
Deception?
No, it's
You
gonna.
really
it's,
want to be on recording tricking someone into sex?
It's gonna be diplomacy. You're asking. Yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, unless you're not really asking them for sex, then it's deception.
If
Yeah.
if I'm lifting the curtain here, I'm not. I'm just gonna tie him up, gag him, and then.
I mean, yeah, I don't need.
through this
Yeah,
entire
you
area.
you know your intentions, so yeah. Go ahead. Okay. They wink at you and they're like, "I'm into it." So you tie them up. Let's see an athletics check to see how strong the knot you tie is. Yes, yes. All right. So you tie them to the bedpost. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you tie them to the bedpost with a knot that is satisfactorily holding them.
Then I'll stuff a sock in his mouth. And then I'll quietly whisper to him, "If this was any other day, it'd be different, but I'm working right now." And then get away from the room or get away from him, leave him tied to the bed, and start searching the room.
Okay. You notice the 2 sapphires in the rain cloud mosaic seem to be loose. You could probably dislodge them with a satisfactory thievery check. You slip on the stool
I
you're
will
standing
use
on.
a hero point.
All right. You slip on the stool you're standing on.
I will use 2 hero points. All doesn't work. I better fucking get something out of it. There we go.
You manage to securely stand on the stool in the middle of the room and dislodge 2 small sapphires.
That'll probably be the end of my turn.
We'll loot them from here. There you
Yeah,
go.
I got it.
Give you a free action to loot. Vemgard, dejected, you roam the gala.
Yeah. I'm just about done this whole tray of champagne. I have the last 2 glasses in my hand, and I start walking to this couch over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50. Oh, yeah, perfect. And yeah, I just sit here and mope. Yeah, right here and mope. My game's off. I don't know what's happening with the green monster. I just look at him in disappointment.
I hear that Gurn is an expert in stuff to help with erectile dysfunction.
Whoa, okay, Drez. What will you do? Will you go cheer up your companion?
Fuck no, there's treasure to be had. I'm going to go down the hallway to this door right here.
Okay.
Open it up.
Boom! No. You look inside and you see a small private library, draped here, with Alkenstar flags and filled with nationalistic books. You could see some of the titles are, very Alkenstar centric, and some of them treatises on the need for an Alkenstar independent state.
I'll the Alkenstar Reich.
So yeah,
My
There
night.
you
real deep south.
I mean, look, they're
yeah.
just going to storm the Capitol in legitimate political discourse, that's all.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of mine Alkenstar.
You are able to spend some time here via a lore check of any type to see if you find any tomes worth recovering for, reselling purposes.
All right, I am going to use my underworld.
So you find 10 rare books amongst the collection here. Not worth much, but worth a paltry sum of 10 gold.
Got him.
Other than that, you don't recover anything else. This is a very kept room. There's no nothing, no equipment or anything. It is all just books. All these, MAGA Alkenstar books.
Again, mine Alkenstar.
Alkenstar great again.
Is that 3 for you? You got one more.
I think that should be 3.
It's
I
3
moved and
because you
opened the door.
open the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so moving right along, Gurn. Itching to pick a fight.
No, I see the sad look on Vemgard's face. Say, I know the look on your face. Here, take this. I'm gonna give him some galvanic chew. This will help you out with
Gross.
what ails you.
Gross. Everyone is enlivened by your terrible pun and receives a hero point. you have an action remaining. Well, you handed that. Did you have to make that, or you already had it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a quick alchemy.
All right. So it moves in to Hideki. How will you continue, sir?
I'll go in the door, like, and kind of hide and make sure I wasn't followed. So that will be a stealth check. Correct?
Well, no, nobody was following you. You're fine. But so are you're moving in stealth?
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
trying to make sure nobody, like, hey, why is he going back there in the
Sure.
private areas?
Well, so yeah, no one. So this room is, again, even though it's not depicted, it's represented or is filled with people. So yeah, you were able to slip in there
Okay,
easily unseen.
so I'll go by uh, Saren's activities, and I'll try the next door along the hallway.
Okay. So you move in there as one action, and then you're opening the door. That's an action to open a door.
Okay.
All right. So you open this door right here, and you see a room that is unlike any you've ever seen. It seems to be a safari theme. The quilt resembles jungle leaves. There's a stuffed lion's head over the bed. You see a gold statue of a chimera with the head of a lion, an elephant, and a giraffe sitting atop the dresser in the room. This
Looks
this
like I
room
picked the wrong room.
this room is wild.
Is there anything I can steal that looks expensive, like certain statues?
There's a gold statue of a chimera on
I
top of
would
your
like to
Nice.
dresser.
steal it, please.
All right. Well, you will have to move into the room because it is over here.
And just click on it. Wait, right click. No, loot. I'm so dumb.
Would work for you.
Uh, should just be left click, correct?
Yep.
Not
Just take it out of there or click that loot button.
loot button's not working either.
You gotta
Oh,
have yourself targeted probably or something.
uh,
Wait. I wonder if I made your character the right permissions. Hold on. Oh, alright. Uh, no, that's not right. Let's see. Well, here, I can just put it in your inventory. There you
there
go.
we go.
There you go. You should just, there should just be a loot button on it. It's all good.
Yeah, I have it in my inventory now.
Yeah, I moved it over there. All right, so you pick that up, and you have it in your inventory. That it probably exhausts your actions. I think it does. Moving and opening and moving and taking. Maybe gave you an extra one. Saren, you now have this person tied up and muffled. How will you continue your escapade?
As I'm walking out of the room, I'll look back at him and blow him a kiss and say, "Don't worry, I'll find you." And then just go out to the hallway and continue trying to loot stuff.
Okay, are you gonna close the door?
Oh yeah,
All
out,
right.
close the
Take.
door, and down the hallway. And I guess that'd be 3 actions because I can't open the door.
It would be. So you stand in front of that door ready to open it. Vemgard? You are, where are you at? you are moping in the corner. Do you continue moping?
No, since Gurn gave me that chew, I just grab it and chew it.
Eating any blue chew put in front of you, huh?
Hey, he's trying to cheer me up here. Even if it's like a placebo effect, I might still try again.
All right, so you put the goblin's goo in your mouth and begin to chew.
Yeah. And then I would say that would be one action, right? And then next two actions, I wanted to swagger walk right back to the girl. 50 feet. And that's the end of my turn. Oh,
All right. As you get to the end of your walk here, this dude right here next to you, he says, "Hey, you need to get out of here," and he just stands there with his finger pointed at you. Drez.
All right, let's see. Step back into the hall, down the end of the hall, and push Saren out of the way here. Not content to let him get the glory.
Uh-huh.
Open this door and step inside.
All right. So as you step into this room, a bomb. No. You are immediately stared at by 12 busy kitchen staff. Prepping food in this room is very hot. You see waiters pushing you out of the way as they are busily trying to refill stuff on that table out there. You are curious about what's going on this table. The head chef is here busying himself preparing what looks like a great number of birds. You are unsure of the variety until you notice a pile of refuse in the corner here of discarded peacock feathers. So they must be preparing roast peacocks. They are only momentarily distracted by your presence, and they all get right back to work, very busily preparing the main attraction of the gala's feast here. Strangely, no fruit.
It's okay. I see a couple carrots over there, and they are mine.
All right. Well, what will you do here? You moved and opened the door. I believe you have an action left.
Let's see. I am going to announce loudly, "Pay no attention. I am merely here as the Madame's food inspector."
Okay,
And
roll
I
deception.
am obviously lying about that,
Okay.
but not obvious to them because I'm excellent at deception.
They all believe you.
Damn right they do.
They ask you if you need to see anything specifically.
I point to something on the back wall over here so that they are not looking towards the door.
Okay, and they all busy themselves making the, preparations to the stove that you have bullshitted out to them. Gurn, having given your chew goo to the green dude.
I want to do a perception check on these new guards. See if they're just at ease or if they're antsy, waiting for a sign.
All right.
I'll do
Well,
it human
yeah,
damage or-
it'll be same thing, but sense motive, perception. Yep. Roll it secret to me. So you notice that the ones that you're observing here on this wall that have just entered, they are very fidgety and nervous.
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna try to get Vemgard's attention.
All right. Well, I don't think you have to do anything to do that. What are you gonna tell him something or?
I just kind of give him the shifty eyes, like
Gotcha.
something's up.
Eyebrows up and down.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is the like upper floor of the
This is the very top floor. Yeah. So as we get to this, and another couple of minutes have passed, I need to grab something to drink. You want to take like a 2-minute break here if anybody needs to, get a drink themselves as well.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right, let's take a little break here. We've been rocking and rolling hard. All right, be right back.
Okay, quick question, guys. Are we gonna fuck shit up right now?
I'm down.
You guys really don't get the whole concept of stealth missions, do you?
Not when the soldiers are very antsy and I feel like they're going to attack me when tell them to bugger off and
Well,
trying to
maybe-
seduce this lady.
Well, Drez,
Yeah,
is
you
there
I
any
don't-
try.
doors in the kitchen?
No, it is a dead end. It looks like our only way back out is through the elevator.
I was
There's a
just about to
door
ask
up in the
about
north too.
a second floor.
Also, that chew that he gave me gives me electricity. It makes them stunned. I'm actually quite want to use that.
I'd say if a fight does come to fruition, I'm not against fighting it, but I would say keeping our stealth might be valuable.
We do have, 2 other leads to check out, and it would be nice if people didn't really get put on edge by the ruffians that shot up this art gala and maybe put our names and descriptions out there.
Oh, I'm still just going to be role playing and trying to seduce this lady. My intentions are all out on that. I'm just making sure.
I just don't think
Ready.
there's anywhere else we can even check in here. So either we leave or I go back into that room. Up to you guys. No answer.
Oh,
I mean, who are we to discuss what happens
And
every time?
you're welcome to stay with that dude if you want. We're just going to go back to the bar. It's not like anything's,
I just thought we were gonna find. I don't know, some pretty cool stuff in here.
I mean, we might have to interrupt a hanging tomorrow, but the night is your own.
Maybe we can consent this time, though.
All right, I lied. It was 3 minutes.
oh my god.
We all mostly back. All here.
I think we're all here.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so Hideki, you are in the safari room alone.
Would I know how to get to the other floor? And would I know if there's at all any reason for me to go there.
Sure. So, well, the only exit out of here is the elevator. Since
Okay.
it's the top floor, there's not an Alkenstar like any safety commission that makes people have stairs. So the only way out of here
Rope,
is
right?
huh?
I have rope, right?
Yes, but this is a skyscraper, so this building is very tall,
Mm-hmm.
skyscraper tall, an unspecified skyscraper tall.
But
Yeah,
How many pieces of rope would we have to tie together?
probably
Bet
more
you
than you have.
but one would say that the next floor right below this one wouldn't be too many pieces greater than one piece of rope, wouldn't it?
Tom Cruise through the windows.
That's what I'm thinking.
So your rope is what, 60 feet, 80 feet?
I however many feet you are willing to give it, because I don't remember if there was anything that specified.
No, it does. Let's see. 50 feet of rope. So you have 150-foot length of rope.
Okay,
This building is 350 feet tall.
I'm not trying to go all the way down. I'm trying to go one floor below.
And like climb in through a window or something?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's possible.
Would I know of any document rooms, safes?
Absolutely not. You've never been in this building in your life.
Darn. Okay. Well, I'd like to uh, make my way out towards is there any way for me to get on this balcony looking area?
That would be the sidewalk down below. Yeah.
Okay.
There are windows everywhere right here. These are windows. As you pass this guard, though, he looks at you and says, "Hey, didn't I tell you to scram?"
I guess I'll go to this back corner over here and see if there's anybody. And I imagine that's going to be my turn if
You find, you find just an empty hallway with a door at the end of it.
do I have any actions left?
I seriously doubt it. 'Cause you've been like down here and up here. What's
Yeah,
your movement? Your movement's 25, 30?
I think it's 25, so
Yeah. So you come to the end of the hallway and stand eagerly in front of that door. Saren, speaking of being eagerly in front of a door.
Well, after seeing in the room and seeing it's a kitchen, I'll just say to Drez, does that mean we're getting out of here?
Fine by me.
I'll say, all right. I'll meet you guys down in the lobby in about 20 minutes, and then I'll walk back down the hallway, open up the door, and say to the guy, I really had you go in there, didn't I? And then jump in bed with him.
I called down the hallway. You said 2 minutes, right?
With the door open? You gonna leave it open?
I suppose I'll close it.
All
Close
right. All right. Jump in there fully clothed. Vemgard. What do you do here?
Alright, newly invigorated. I'm gonna try another diplomacy check and say, hey, you know what? Let's go do this. Give her a wink. And if I don't get this, I'm here pointing it right away. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so what are you asking? You're asking her to like go off with you?
Yeah. Show her all of my curves on my body.
She tells you this is not her place and gives you a business card that has the name of her studio. She tells you could come by later for an audition, and she winks at you.
All right. I accept it, and oh right.
You notice that this guard has leaned over and said something to her in her ear.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can hear it?
Sure.
Okay.
You do not overhear what he says, but you definitely see that he said something that changed her demeanor somewhat. She didn't necessarily get scared, but she got a lot more diminutive and like timid towards you.
Okay. I start talking to the guard that's in front of me and saying, "Isn't it a wonderful night it is right now?"
He kind of raises his eyebrow, puts his finger right in your chest, and he says, "Didn't I tell you to leave?"
Ooh. Really just want to swipe that away from me. I'll have to stay in character. I'm swiping that away from him and say, "Don't you dare touch me, boy."
Okay, roll an intimidation check. Got to give you the less demoralized, he does not seem to be very scared, and he tells you, "I'm gonna give you 1 minute to collect your friends and get out of here." And he points towards the elevator, back over here in the corner where you came from.
Okay. Did I see Hideki walk past me? I don't know if he was walking stealthily.
Well, I mean, even if he was, he's not hiding from you, right?
Fair enough.
I would not like to be collected, though.
No, I just say, "Come on, boys, let's go then." So I kind of look at Gurn and
All right.
slowly start walking away.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you.
Well, and then it passes to Hideki here. You have heard your companion say that it's time to go. What will you do?
Flagrantly ignore him and stealthily walk up to this door
All right. Now open it.
and open it. Yes.
All right. You are confronted with another guest bedroom. This one seems to have a motif of guns, including a bed frame made of welded musket balls. You notice hanging on the wall a decorative musket of some nominal value.
Okay. Loot. Darn it.
Still won't let you take it.
Not really.
I probably only have you as a player, not a trusted player, because I didn't know what kind of scrub stuff you'd be doing. All right, I dropped it on you. Let's see. There it is. It's in your treasure. It's
Okay.
it's decorative.
Let's see. That's 2 movements. 2 turns.
Well, yeah, I'll give you taking the musket for free because I've been letting y'all take stuff for free, pretty much. So
Okay. Then I'd
yes.
like to close the door, open a window, and kind of securely tighten rope for rappelling. And I imagine that would be the end of my turn.
Well, you can come over here and open the window. and you notice that you are actually about 500 feet up, and it is very windy. And yes, there is a place you could secure your rope if you make it to another round. Saren, you have not heard the call to leave. You are in the throes of something with this person, but fully clothed, both of you.
Okay, well, I will very sexually ask for consent.
Okay, roll those beautiful math rocks. Let's see, diplomacy.
It's a -1, so this isn't going to be going well.
Yeah.
And for fun, I'm going to hero point it just to see what happens.
Okay.
You do take the sock out of his mouth first, right?
Shh, you hear. Because there is still a sock in this motherfucker's mouth.
Alright, well, what did I say to him? Well, another time then, and then I'll walk out the door and go back out to the party.
All right. You don't notice anything unusual, although you do feel as if several pairs of eyes have all been fixed upon you. You feel like you're being watched. As it moves to Drez, you are still standing in the kitchen. Waiters busily buzz around you and about you, but they are fully believing you are some type of inspector.
All right, so with the staff occupied with the stove and the instructions I gave them, I'm just going to step right over here and attempt to put these 2 carrots in my pocket.
Okay. Just roll thievery to thieve them. You successfully do so without anybody noticing.
This carrots and in joke or something?
I steal produce whenever I can. All right, now I'm just going to walk down the hallway, and that's my 3 actions.
Well, you don't know that he stole those carrots. What the fuck are you talking about?
I've noticed his
Meta gaming.
large hauls of vegetables on certain heist days and been very confused.
If I'm not mistaken, I still have a couple of onions, some potatoes, and apples.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Don't you have any citrus still?
I
I
believe
think that
he
I
used
had
the
to throw
lemon.
those. Yeah, I threw
Yeah.
that at somebody.
He used the lemon for sure.
Or no, I squeezed that into one of the robots at one point, is what I did with the lemon.
Yeah, to like disable it, sure.
Oh, right.
Gurn. I believe that was towards the end of like the first book.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty early on.
Gurn, what will you do, sir? You have heard the order to leave because you were in the vicinity. Or the threat to leave.
I'll motion to Drez in case he doesn't know. It's GTFO.
Drez, you hear Gurn and see Gurn motion to you towards the elevator, towards the exit.
Okay, so I know to head that way on my next turn.
You could take it under consideration.
I got 10 books and 2 carrots. I am satisfied.
Alrighty. So you move all the way into almost to the elevator, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Head. Oh, excuse me. Whoops. Vemgard.
Yeah, I start moving down towards Gurn.
All right. You notice that as you're moving, these guards kind of move with you a little bit. They move down closer towards the exit of the room. You notice the ones that were by what's her face, two men. They also move a little closer. They all seem to kind of be doing the, secret agent man, moving into some kind of position here. And one of them steps in front of you and says, "Exits this way, pal." And he kind of does a thumb motion over his shoulder.
I say, do you have a problem with us green skinned folk here? And can I flip him the bird and walk away? Ooh, no, I shouldn't flip him the bird. I'll just walk away.
Okay. He's thoroughly confused. He's just happy to see that you're leaving. And so they don't threaten you with any other action. Hideki, you are alone and by an open window.
All right. I'd like to tie off a rope and rappel down to the floor below.
Okay.
Kinda.
So let me see a crafting check for how good the rope is secured.
A crafting check? Okay.
Yep. That's how I'm gonna get you. All right. So you
I have training in crafting.
you successfully attach the rope, and it is secure. So now, you wanna? How far down do you want to climb?
I'm just trying to go to the floor below.
Okay. So that's gonna be. Let me see here.
Basically, this is the top floor. I want to go to the penultimate floor, which is supposed to be the other floor of the penthouse, and scope
Okay.
it out.
So that's gonna be about 30 feet. So let's see. So let's see. This is not going to be an easy climb for you. Because your movement speed is what, 25 feet?
Yeah. Would it be 2 climbs or?
It would be several climbs. Ooh, man, how can we do this that's fair?
I'm trained in both. I'm expert in both acrobatics and athletics. If I need to do either one of those.
It's athletics to climb for sure, but it's the let's see.
Wouldn't it be a athletics check for the first 25 feet and then an
Oh.
athletics check for the next?
Hold on, let me see here. No, you can climb. Well, but this is unassisted. But you can climb 5 feet per 20 feet of your land speed.
Oh.
Which is for most people 5 feet. Yeah. And it's 30 feet. So hold on though. I'm looking here. I'm figuring something out.
Can I slide down the rope?
Let's see.
Thus increasing the difficulty but increasing speed?
You talk about like rappel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me see here. Okay. All right, I've got it. So, it's gonna be at least 2 checks. DC 17.
Both? Okay.
Yes.
And just give you 2 athletics checks?
Yes.
Okay, that's the first.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so
And
you safely get down half of the distance.
that's the second.
All right, you successfully make it down 30 feet. And now you are outside of a window.
Can I see anyone through it?
I'll remember that.
Oh, well, you have exhausted most of your actions because you attached the rope and then you climbed down twice.
Okay.
But I will tell you as a free action, no, you do not see anyone in this room. It seems to be a residential, like an apartment. Very fancy one.
Like, is this still part of the penthouse? I thought you said the penthouse was a 2-story.
She owns the top 2 floors, yes.
Okay.
But you are now dangling on the side of this building. Saren, will you continue following the order to leave?
Yeah, I'll just continue on my way over to the elevator.
All right, and you step on to the elevator.
As well.
All right. Drez, you have been alerted to the order or the movement of the party to leave. What will you do?
All right, I'm going to head to elevator 2. I should be able to get right about to there with all of my actions.
All right. Gurn, will you enter the elevator? All right, so Gurn jumps onto the elevator. Vemgard, Vemgard.
Jump in the elevator as well.
You also jump onto the elevator. Back to the dangling man, Hideki.
So it looks like an apartment.
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to kind of take out my katana and do the spy movie classic of cutting a me-sized hole. Me-sized hole in the glass. Enter.
Is your katana diamond
What?
edged?
Is it, yeah, what? Is it diamond edge? How are you cutting glass with this katana?
Well, I
Is it
guess I'm
magic?
scoring it. It is magic, but I don't know if it's necessarily. It's a striking wounding katana, so it is magical.
Okay, well, let's see here. We can figure this out.
You don't want to like launch yourself off the window with your feet, gather momentum, and just swing forward and crash right through.
That's gonna be very loud, is what I'm thinking.
Loud
Okay,
schnout. It's gonna
so
be cool.
roll a strike with your katana.
Not power attack, but if nothing else,
Okay,
that's a waste of a crit.
so
But
you break the window. You attempt to start cutting it, but the force of pushing on the glass with your katana, it just shatters completely, and then glass falls away, and now the window is completely open in front of you.
okay, I guess I'd like to kind of swing back, swing in, and once I'm in, cut the rope. Once I'm safely on the ground.
Oh, you want to cut it the length of the window that you're at? Or you want to...
Yeah, basically, I'd imagine there's not at the top, and there's
yeah.
probably a loop around me if I did it smart. So basically, I want to swing in, enter the apartment, and once I'm safely on the ground, cut the rope.
Okay.
Or alternatively, tie a noose and basically cover it up.
Well, okay, so do you want to cut off the excess of the rope, or you want to just stash it in the room that you've just entered?
Well, I'm guessing that I can't retrieve the full rope because
Right.
it's.
It's attached above you, sure.
So I guess I'll want to get in the room, and then tie a noose to make it look like it was a suicide or something.
So are you trying to cover your tracks, or are you just trying to cut yourself free from the rope?
Both.
Because I mean, there's still an open window upstairs, part of a rope tied and dangling down, and shattered glass in the room you're in. So
I guess I'm more trying to get myself free and inside the
yeah, I
room
was
than
gonna
I
say
am covering my
covering your
tracks.
tracks right now just seems like kind of a moot point.
Yeah, you're in the room and you pulled the rope all in and it's in there with you.
Oh,
There's nobody in this room. There's no lights on. It's dark and it's just quiet.
I'd like to turn on the lights and see if there's anything valuable.
Okay, so you find a little lamp in the corner, you light it up, and you begin looking around this room, and you don't find anything of particular value. No, you just personal effects and clothes and things. All of it fancy, but none of it worth bogging you down at the moment.
Gotcha. And how much do I have any actions left?
You are exhausted after climbing in and opening or breaking the window, climbing in, and now looking around the room here.
Okay.
But you are undetected. There's nobody in this room. There's nobody that's necessarily seen you that you know of. So you are undetected for the moment. Saren, will you enter the elevator fully?
Yeah, I'll just get in the elevator and wait for everybody.
All right. Drez.
I get in the elevator and press the down button.
Okay. Just as the doors begin to close, you hear a voice yell, "Hey, hold it!" And let's see, boop, boop, boop. All 6 of these guys come piling in, trying to enter the elevator with you.
I start pressing the closed door buttons like crazy.
They run and catch the door just at the last minute, and they very gruffly say, "Back up, make room." Are you gonna move back?
I'm gonna move right here.
All right, so they plow into the elevator all around you guys, and they fill in pretty much every available space, getting awkwardly close as you do in an elevator.
I mean, maybe you do in an elevator. I have manners.
And then this one here pushes the button, and he turns to you all, and he kind of snidely says, "Going down." And they all draw their weapons on you. Guess what? Combat, bitches. Dun dun
America.
dun. Didn't see it coming at all. Gotcha. So I note the time is close to our ending time. Now that you all have been ambushed in the elevator,
All?
and your companion is hanging on the edge of the freaking
I thought I was in
building.
the room.
Well, yeah, that's true. You are in the building. Yeah.
Gusty wind blew you back
unaware
up.
that combat is necessarily happening, but still in the turn order. You guys want to hang on this cliffhanger for next week? Yes.
Yep.
What say you
Yeah,
all?
probably a good place to end.
All right.
Good game.
GG.
Good game, guys.
GG.
GG attending the art gala. That
We
one was
attended the fuck out of that gala.
I'm telling you, hey, look, we finally had a session that was mostly, just RP and etc.
Yep.
But yeah,
Anyways.
GG guys, good one.
Good game.
See y'all in a few days.
All right. See y'all.
Later.